He made it. He made it. He made it. Big up to everybody watching. Smash a like on the video. Welcome back to United View. Welcome to the red carpet. Dev, I don't know if you could turn your phone the other way so you can fill the screen. There you go. There he is. There he is. There he is.
Made it work. We made it work.
Yeah, there you go. Just don't cut your head off. Your head's a bit cut off, but yeah,
there you
go. He made it. He made it. We all made it, man. Shout out to everybody. Few gremlins in the system, man. Just like the access, that the link wasn't linking. It was just a bit. It was a bit mad, you know. KG's link was a bit corrupt. It was just it was a link thing. It wasn't lateness, or it was a link just not working.
Went for it, man.
System. Do you know what I mean? 100%. But we're here, man. We're here. It's gonna be the four of us today for red carpet. So shout out to all you guys locked in. Smash a like on the video, man. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and remember, show loves to everybody's channels and socials. Make sure you check out Muppeteers, link in the video description below. KG Reckless Sports, link in the video description below, and all of Dev's, because Dev's everywhere, to be honest. Everywhere. Instagram, etc., all there as well. So make sure you guys check it out. This United's new attack sort of thing, the Bruno thing has started to rise up. I like the link. You guys know how I feel about this.
Why is Dev shaking his head?
No, I'm thinking about something else. I'm thinking about the.
I was like, hold on a second. That would be a surprise.
Hey.
That would be a surprise.
Listen, you want a tiny thing? I can barely see. I'm trying to get involved here. That's all that is.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. He's on a thing like that with all four of the things.
That's nice. Yeah,
nah, seeing us in the things like that is crazy.
I'm going on vibes, bro.
Oh man, WJ Barrett says there's some breaking news on Bruno as well.
That's what we have to. We have to. Do you know what? Actually, let's start with this. Let's start with this, because for me, I think this is a load of rubbish. But I can't pronounce the name. Swilly, I'm gonna say. 1.3 million followers. You know, looks like a big account out there. I'm gonna say in Saudi. Yeah, Riyadh newspaper. So, you know, apparently Saudi media is claiming that Al Hilal have made an official offer for Bruno Fernandez. I mean,
It doesn't really work like that, does it?
I mean, they could make an offer.
Three parties,
right?
Yeah.
The Wealth Fund has to say, look, how they do their transfers. That's not even how it works. They're trying to act like they're moving like Barcelona. You know, like that doesn't make sense. Where's that? That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. Al Hilal are interested in Bruno Fernandez and will meet with Miguel Pino, his agent, to discuss his future. The Saudi club want to sign him before the start of the FIFA World Club Cup. Like, I mean, it's just not that. It's not going to happen. Bruno's not. I don't even really want to address this, but I feel like,
I mean, the thing is,
but
like, so what, you know, like, so they're interested. All right. I mean,
yeah.
All right. Okay. Like they obviously, who wouldn't want to sign Bruno right now? I mean, obviously he's in great form. He's playing well. He's doing amazing. They want to sign him. Okay. You know, we want to sign Jude Bellingham. Okay. It's not going to happen. That's okay. Like, that's how it feels to me. It's like, what else is there?
Yeah, you know what? I'll be honest. Give me the deed to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and then maybe you can buy Bruno's left shin pad. Otherwise, don't even bother coming near me with like. And do you know what? Do you know why it pissed me off? Do you know why I feel so annoyed about it? It's because I delved into the socials. I shouldn't. I started seeing people like, oh, yo, it could be sick. You know, imagine we get this much money for Bruno, then we do this.
Well, like people like Lil Yo-Yo, saying if it's 150,
150 million. Consider who? Consider where? Consider what? Are you done?
What a light 150 for Bruno, like 30.
That's one tooth.
150.
That's one tooth.
Bro.
You can buy one tooth for Bruno Fernandez for 150 mil. Everything else.
Wait. What if 150 landed? We say absolutely not. Obviously, yeah. I'm just checking and see what. Yeah. Okay.
Bro, Bruno is
unless he wanted to leave. You know what I mean? Like that's the difference, right? But yeah, I don't. Unless he really wanted to go, but.
No,
1/5.
Bro, he's at point. Flex, what are you saying then? No.
No, I'm just asking around. I'm just
just have this discussion.
Whoa.
No, didn't we talk about this like a month ago? I feel like we did speak about this a month ago.
Hey, Brenda says 150 is a lot though.
I don't. Bro.
Really?
How much was Coutinho? Out of I think it was
150?
120, wasn't he?
150, 20.
Lost your absolute no. With inflation, he's at least
150 mil, and you not taking it. You bugging, Bridget.
What are you gonna get? What are you gonna get that's gonna make you better?
I could get 9,000 Dorgers with that.
You want, hey, Flex, you want 9,000?
Now you can only get 7 Dorgus. You're gonna trade him for 7 Dorgus?
Oh,
Your
9
maths
James
is-
still doesn't need. We need more Dorgus, James said, bro. I always take that one out.
I said,
Oh
Flex,
my
since he said
God.
that, because I agreed with him as well. Since Jay's like brought that up, your maths has been out the window.
I know, because I remember he brought it up on a show and it worked perfectly. Because he was like, that's like 3 more Dorgus, and I'm like, that's true. You know, we need more Dorgus, like the 50 grand a week. But I'm just being silly and taking it to a place it doesn't need to go. But I tell you one thing though, I do know Kevin Gary, and I don't know, like the 150, he's been a bit quiet. So I'm like,
because
I feel like.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, I'm trying to really understand how these signings work, right? You know, you say that you can. It depends on what you get. So if you got like rid of Bruno, you got Florian Wirtz or these other players, like, what are you bringing in quality-wise? Because I think a player that needs to replace Bruno has to probably cost that much. A Musiala, how much is he gonna cost?
Yeah.
You
need to.
And is he gonna leave for that? Why would he come to us?
And then he needs to offer, because we're still floating near relegation, yeah. And he's got 37 GA. I don't know how much he's done in the Premier League, but he's been so important for us. So the next player has to offer that. He has to offer that and more, and to go and stay fit. Like, there's a lot of variables where it is. I hear 150 million, but you have to ask about what that person's value is to you in your club at the present time. At the moment, we know that Bruno's like so far, because we're reliant on him. Well, we need him. So what you're telling me is you have to bring in players that hit the ground running and that can do what Bruno does with ease. And I don't know yet. Like, we haven't been that lucky in the market to find that. You know, like, what if you got rid of Bruno and you just bought in bare Joshua Zirkzee, or Joshua Zirkzee's wait, what am I getting? Joshua Zirkzee and 2 Rasmus. Wait, 1 Rasmus, 2 Joshua Zirkzees. That's 10. That's 7 goals.
Yeah.
That's 7 goals, mate.
Yeah.
That's like, it would have looked great. It would have looked great at first, but then it's how you move that money. We'll need to buy any quality talent.
What if Cunha and Mbeumo?
You got to get him anyway.
Is there enough?
Yeah, that we might. Yeah, we're talking about that anyway.
Is there enough? No, but that's what I'm saying. You have to, because remember, like Anthony cost 90 million, and we didn't see a good penny of that in terms of from our investment. Yes, Real Betis are enjoying that, but a player's got to come to Man United, hit the ground running, stay fit, and be influential on the pitch and relax. And we all know, like, the fact that we can say when the game's coming up, he's going to score, he won't let us down. I think that goes that I don't know what value you put on that, personally.
Yeah.
They're saying it's almost Freemason Mounts, mate. So, that's the
and exactly. And look at that. That's what I'm saying. So you can spend money. We spend a lot of money, bro. This club has spent a lot of money, and you can't see the value in the playing squad. So you got 150. How are you spending that? People don't even want to sign Delap. Imagine selling him and then bringing in Delap, Mateta, and Thingy. Now all of a sudden that 150 didn't feel like good enough spending, does it?
Yeah, I hear you. Let me get these super chats out. WJ Barrett says, I love Bruno, but isn't this our problem? Keeping players beyond their peak. He's 31, guys. Just discuss for real. I'm taking the 150 before he breaks. Super Art says, you can buy half a new team with 150 mil up front. Team will space out payments for new players. Dwayne says Bruno plays DM, CM, Cam, 100 per position. So he needs a light 300 mil. He needs a light 300 M's for Bruno. Joe C says, funny how rivals disparage the Carabao, FA Cup, and now Europa when United threaten Winning silverware isn't for clubs like Arsenal. # Wenger on crack. Yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit later as well. KJ, I know you was going in on that. See, I saw a little bit of your morning show today as well.
Yeah,
and yeah, it's always been that for the last 10 years. But now Man United are about to do it. It's a problem, mate. It's a problem, fucking problem, mate. WJ Barrett says Fleck, Bumo, Cunha, Osimhen for Bruno. KG, talk to me.
Cunha, Osimhen for Bruno. Yeah, I do it.
I know. I'm in Boomer as well.
I do it.
I think it's situational though. Like it's got to be
I'll
like
do that. That makes sense. Look at that. That's Cunha, Mbeumo, Osimhen. I've literally just said I know I'm in trouble with that midfield. I'll have to fix that. And I saw that out.
But I think it is contextual. It makes sense though, because if you had no money to spend, if you had none to spend this summer, and that allowed you to get those 3 players, then you would do it. But you don't have to do that, because then what you're really doing if you sell Bruno at this point, because we can get Mbeumo, we can get Cunha, is saying we're selling Bruno for maybe 1 player and some depth. We're not replacing 3 players with Bruno. We're replacing him with 1 player. In the starting 11, we're only going to buy 1 player with the Bruno money, and they have to be as good as him. That's the difference. It's all contextual. We have the money. So there's nobody you're going to get, in my opinion. It's different. If we were looking at the summer saying we're sell to buy, we've got no money, we've got no transfers, we got nobody to bring in the door, then you got to talk about 150 million, because you got to look at it and say we could buy 3 players with that. There's a difference at that point where you're saying we're selling Bruno to buy backups. That's cool and all that you can round out the squad, but why? That doesn't make you better. You know what I mean? The difference, I would say, in someone where you sold someone who might be a backup already that allows you to invest in a starter is a different story. But selling a starter to invest in depth I don't get it. It just doesn't work for me in that way.
Guys, can I bring something? Ian Lederman in the Mail. He was on Sky today. Yeah, he's a journalist in the Mail, right? And he was on there because he was basically saying, shout out Dave Reed. He was saying his vote for player of the season is Bruno Fernandez, not Mo Salah. And he was saying he was saying like Mo Salah's like in the team that it caters to him. Obviously, they've got wicked players and that. He's like, Bruno is in total chaos. And amongst all of that chaos and dross of man who aren't good enough to be here, Bruno keeps his levels high. I mean, listen, I ain't trying to say he's player of the season, but that's just interesting that, 150 million, we're talking about that. You got some journals saying, listen, man, this guy's player of the year. What are you talking about? Man United nothing without this guy.
That's mental.
Do you know what? It's funny though. Like I do think there's certain players, like context is always important, like James said. Like I'm not saying a player is all of a sudden bad because they're in a good team and they're profiting from all of that. But I'm saying if Bruno goes to Liverpool, he's still shining and just like 2x and 3x in his numbers, maybe. But then if Salah comes to United, I don't think he's having any impact. Like he'll have some, but he won't have near the impact that Bruno has been having. So I would say some players like to thrive in a bit of chaos, but a lot of players, that the environment is making it, it's making it more like fertile to actually be that type of player. But Bruno, nothing is set up for him to succeed, whether it's a system, the changes, the personnel, all the stuff going on behind the scenes. Bruno should not be putting up the numbers he's been putting up routinely for the past 6 to 7 years. And yet 20 GA, that's his benchmark. That is like double figures on goals and assists in all competitions. That's what you expect from him. No other player in that time has been doing the same amount of things. And when you are linking him to players who have been doing that, that's when the De Bruyne conversation comes in. Because we all admit Ødegaard's nowhere near that conversation. Shouldn't have been in it.
Never.
It's like we're going upper echelon of players now. And
Lexi, you ready to apologize for that take when you said that Ødegaard's better than Bruno?
With me?
Flex.
Oh.
I said Ødegaard's. I've always cussed Ødegaard.
No, there was a season that you said he's better. What he does, I promise you.
I said Martin Ødegaard is better than Bruno.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No.
They'll know in the chat.
If I see that, you lot see how much I cuss Ødegaard all the time.
I'm telling you, though, he started to play wicked, and then they said the conversation. Like, I'm telling you, bro, it happened.
I always cuss him. One thing I did say was unless you're talking about when we played against Arsenal, and I done the whole Ødegaard's listen, don't get them going, and you lot all told me shush, and then Ødegaard scored.
I'm telling you what he does.
I
Those
always
watch
cuss
him,
him.
and he says how he's so neat, and because he don't, when you do the thing, he's neat, KG.
Yeah, he's neat and tidy.
And he
Yeah,
lose the
neat
ball,
and tidy.
he's better than him.
Yeah, I didn't say he's better than Bruno.
I'm sure you
You
did.
just made that up.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, hold on here. Look.
Can we at least make it clear now that there is no comparison? There is absolutely no comparison.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
All Flex
My
said
guy
he's
goes
more
hiding
controlled
in
and he's
every
pretty
big
on
game.
the eye.
Yeah, don't mean he's better.
I'm saying there's more than
There's
that.
a video
I'm
on
telling
your
you,
channel.
like, there's
January 20,
Flex, I
2023.
swear.
Wait, what's it called?
I said that
Oh,
Oh, James has got
Bruno.
the fact. Oh,
I said that Odegaard is better than Bruno.
I think we can find the tape. I'll look for it. I'm telling you, I remember a conversation.
when would this have been? When Arsenal was soaring?
When
That sounds like
Arsenal
a sign.
was soaring, it may have been
Right.
last. It could have been last season
Odegaard
as
better
well.
than Bruno. So yeah, joined with Robbie. So question mark, is Robbie saying that, etc.
Yeah, we don't know. I don't know.
Someone watch while I'm doing this. Someone make sure you watch
Yeah, we
this.
need
Watch
quotes.
this now, because I did not say that Odegaard is better than Bruno. No chance.
We need exact quotes.
I cuss this
timestamps,
guy
everything.
daily. I cuss him all the time. So not for
He goes
me.
missing in every big
Not
game,
for
man.
me.
Bruno steps up no matter what. Like I know he can be frustrating, whatever, but to have a like it's the one word that has always been lacking since Sir Alex left has been accountability. Like quality is one thing, but accountability. Get the ball, scruff in the neck, and do this. Like people are always going Lord on about Scott McTominay. I understand why, because he's doing so well at Napoli, but he couldn't take the ball on the half turn. Bruno, it doesn't matter where he is on the pitch. He will take the ball and he will make something up. Bruno he's brilliant, and I think you know what since stuff has really been hitting the fan. I think he's actually come into his own a bit as a captain as well, with the players around him, with the way he is a bit more on the pitch. He's less petulant, he's less whiny, which I think was a massive question mark at the beginning. But you know, it's hard to it's annoying to start praising players at this time. But Bruno's a G, and he ain't going for anything less than 485 mil. I don't care, man. So,
He's not. And the thing is, yeah, like we heard from the Bruno thing when I said it last week or a couple of games ago in the Europa League. He said I had offers in the summer, like James was saying before the thing. Like he had offers, he didn't want to leave. He checked in with our hierarchy. He said, "Look, there's offers. What's going on?" Signed a new deal. Like
Good
he's not, and Bruno's not the guy to be like, there is more money out there in Saudi though. Let me just look at that now. He's not that guy.
No,
Ruben Amorim said about this
I think
too.
you know what? He's just valuable to us in this present build of United. We just need him. Like some people will be like annoyed to hear such a thing, especially where we are in the table and stuff. But we just have to understand in terms of always being there, putting him wherever, like he's valuable. You know, hopefully we'll be a team that isn't, you know, like heavily dependent on him. Like when we do get in names and numbers, like let's say I like this, I don't know if we're moving on to the Mbeumo talk, but then if we was a team with Mbeumo, Cunha, you know, that now changes the conversation, right? Because it's now you're saying, well, can he play? Can he start that game? Or do you give him a rest in that moment? Real like what proper teams do. Top elite teams can be able to say, you can take a game off, that bad boy goes on. But we're so used to like struggling. That's why people can't even understand the thought of Mbeumo and Cunha. They're probably saying, well, where does Zirkzee play? Where does Ahmad play? Where does Garnacho play? That's not our problem. They have to get into the team now. There's quality, and they have to dislodge that player and play like City. The rule sides deal with that. Like when you look at Liverpool, they got wide players that can come in and do a madness. Why do we have to have just the starters and no other quality?
Yeah,
I mean, you go look at those City
first,
sides, right?
Yeah.
Back in the days, the City sides had 7, 8 top class attackers at all times. And we always sit there and go, well, we've got Mbeumo. What happens with Ahmad? Who cares? We just got both. It's just a lot of good players in the team. You know, let's be okay with that. Let's allow that to happen. You know, so we don't have the burden on one guy all the time.
100%. Yeah, the drop off from our first to second team is it's probably the worst drop off in terms of any team in the Prem. Well, we're worse like a lot of things in the Prem, but like the drop off from the quality in our first team to the second team. and just the pitting. Like, we've had 10 years where seeing just a run-of-the-mill player getting injured and having a pit of our stomach, knowing not that they're going to be out for a long time, but knowing there's no one of a similar quality or even a similar style to come in. Because that was usually the problem with Dalot and Wan-Bissaka. Like, you couldn't play the same style with them two, or like when McTominay or versus our like other holding midfielders at the time. Like when Herrera was injured, when Matic was injured, there was always that sort of thing. But we need the similar profiles with similar levels of quality, because we used to have it, and every big team has it, and we've forgotten that. So bring them in. Bring them all in.
There's too much drop off. I know that some people say we're not going to get Mbeumo and Cunha, etc. I go back to the thing what KG saying about the Champions League, about how much it can change stuff. Like, that's what we're not remembering. It can really change a lot of things, which is obviously going to a final, especially if it's against Spurs, and the moment as a fan, that's what it's about. It's about attending finals, going to finals, raising the armpits. You know what I'm saying? It's about trophies, yeah? Even in our worst moments, what do we keep saying? Well, I'll tell you what, mate. Our worst 3 years of our whole lives as Man United fans is better than the Villa fans. It's better than the Newcastle United fans. It's better than a Brentford. It's better than a Brighton. It's better than Tottenham. It's better than a lot of teams. You know what I'm saying? Even, obviously, this recent Arsenal that's not collecting. Like, all right, cool. You're challenging at the top, and now the argument's coming through of, if you do slip down to third, though, and don't get a trophy again, and we win the European trophy, then we get to meet you in the Champions League next year. It's like, all right, we ain't had a better season overall because we've been 15th in the league, but it's like 3 seasons in a row, though, as a fan, at the expense of being shit in the league, but I'm getting to go to finals and see my team win stuff in our worst. Like, this is like, we don't accept this vibe. This is like, you make me sick, Man United. Still collecting trophies, still getting to Wembley quite a lot, or different finals. But like, for me, I want to see that level of ruthlessness shown with getting in the quality of player, 100%. Not just one, not just two, because you're right. As soon as we do get said player, it's everything goes on them. So what now? Is it going to be, if Garnacho goes or whatever, let's be honest, what's his name? Mason Mount's still going to be, teetering about. I don't think he's ever going to land, is he? Even if he ain't going to leave next year, because Amorim likes him and trying to keep him fit. But I don't think he loves him, innit? I don't think he's. Listen, I hope I'm wrong on this, because we spent a lot of money. So, but we've all kind of been like, whatever, man. There's probably another injury around the corner. I don't know. It's just not going to happen. So he's going to be like, Kobe is trying to fight his way as the new reborn 10 in the system. So we got to let him just keep doing his thing. Let him have a full preseason. No injuries, just let him calm down. Zirkzee is going to Zirkzee. He's not going to get loads of goals or assists, but he's going to just fill those little gaps.
We don't know what Zirkzee is going to do next season, though. One thing I'm going to tell you, what Zirkzee's grown on me is I feel like he's like a football fan. Like, he's a terror. Like, when he's watching us, I like a player that loves his team that much. I love that. Like, that is manner. For a fan like me that's so emotional, seeing him at home, feeling it like that is absolutely, like, you love that. You can fall in love with that kind of energy, because every time something happens, he's pumped and bleeding. You want players that care about the club. You're looking at, when I saw AGT's crash out today, I was watching a show earlier, and like, he's hurting because he feels Trent should be in love with the club, and that's one thing you're looking for. It's got to feel reciprocal. And with players like Zirkzee, Bruno's, so you give a little space of, well, next season you're settled. You're not the same guy that's like, trying to find yourself, because let's have it right, you've got booed. It can never get it can't get worse than that. The team know how you play now. We can put the ball into you in a tight space. You tend to look after it. You will have an option. You're like something different we could use in this team. And I never thought that day would come where I'll be saying that, but he's proven himself to me that there's something there as another way to go at it. So
It's got character as well, hasn't he, Josh Zirkzee? Like, to come to, like, we talked about a lot with Harry Maguire, I think, when I was on like Twitter recently. But like, these players to come back from that sort of circumstance, but I beat everyone over the head with at the time. It's like the boy came from another country, from another system, from another like way of playing, a way of living, a way of everything, and he was barely playing he couldn't have walked into a worse circumstance if he tried to, and yet he still made people believe in him. Like he didn't say anything to the media, he didn't make any excuses, no like dumb interviews. He was like, cool, I'll just let my ball do the talking. And like while he was playing, there was actually a level of like technique and a level of like KG was saying, like something different to what we're used to seeing and what we're used to having, that I actually started, we literally went from, oh, Zirkzee's playing, to, oh, what do you mean he's not playing? Like to do that within a space of like a month or maybe a month and a half, like I think he's good. And we got him on a good deal. Like this is why also when we're talking about who we're going to buy and all this, like the previous regime, give them 150 million to spend and they'll do what they've done. They'll have 6 open heart surgeries and do it all to the wrong parts of the body. These lot, I don't think they're the same. Well, they've proven they're not. So you'd hope that, you know, at the minimum, we're going to structure deals better. But we're already looking to recruit better players in and around us, and we cut ties straight away if it's not working. So I'm excited, obviously, because the only way is up. But I actually think, and I thought this from the summer, best summer we've had for about 10 years. I think this summer we'll go on and follow it from outgoings as well as incomings as well.
We are talking obviously about actually. Let me get these super chats out here before we carry on the conversation. Jason says, if they want Bruno for the Club World Cup, give us a 30 million loan fee. I would do that. That's what are you not saying? Would you not loan Bruno for the preseason?
It's only June. If we don't win the Europa, he ain't getting nowhere. I don't care about that 30 million. I'll be watching all them preseason games. I am got my eye on Amorim, bro. What?
Yeah, we need to lock in. Josie says, who can come in and play every week at Bruno's level?
No one.
That's what we're all saying. That's what KG saying, 100%. Dammy Coach says, how many of you plan to be in Chicago July 30th? Of course, me, KG, we're all trying to, inshallah.
We'll be there.
God willing, all those things. Yeah. James, are you near there? Where are you, James? You near there anyway?
I'm not near there, but I'm from Chicago originally, so I'm definitely going back for the week. Yeah.
Oh, right. There you go. Okay, there you go. So yeah, we're all looking to try and get out there as well, man. WJ Barrett says, I hear you. He's not letting this go. WJ Barrett, you keep bringing us back to this, bro. He says, I hear you, but 150. 12 months ago, we was all cussing him. I remember this. I would consider this for the good of the team. We may need this.
Never cussed him a day in my life. Absolutely not.
Have you never cussed him when he was going through that bad? Was you? Because I can admit, I was like, listen, if they want to get rid of Bruno, when I done the rip it up thing, I said I'm not tied to the play. Like if they choose to, I said if they want to rip it up, Bruno included, everyone can get it because the team, so everyone can. You know, it's not me saying he's rubbish, but I'm saying I'm not tied to like, no, but not him. But I have to say now,
were you asking if I've ever like?
Have you always been like, nope, he's the one, can't ever leave?
What's the next super chat? Just get it quick.
Impossible, yeah. Impossible. Never.
Ten Hag ruined him though. Ten Hag ruined Bruno though.
Yeah.
He did ruin him, bro. Because this guy's gone back to the Bruno that we had before. Early Bruno. Ten Hag was just doing.
I tell you what. The revival of Casemiro and Bruno has made me dislike Ten Hag 10 times more than ever before, because I wrote both of these guys off a year ago, man. I thought they were both finished. You know, I've said terrible things myself about both of them at that point in time as footballers, not as human beings, but I have. And I honestly think, you know, like Amorim commented on it, like he said, Casemiro, obviously his legs are going. He's got to play different. And he tried, you know, and it wasn't just like get in that midfield by yourself, cover 65 yards of space. Good luck. Now you're shit if you can't do it. You know, he adjusted for him. He made it work. He helped him. He figured it out. And man, you know, but that's what a manager's supposed to do. So
but this is all from the manager that everyone's like, he's stubborn. He can't change. He won't change.
Yeah.
We have the most fluid possible system out there just to suit
gotta give him
different
credit.
players to it for the certain situations. You know what I mean? And like Casemiro, to be honest, have you seen him? There was a picture, I think it was at the beginning of this season versus him now. I think that a shirtless picture went viral when he was after the Bilbao game. The man is ripped.
But
before,
to be fair,
that wasn't an AI
he
thing.
was a little fat.
No, it was real. It was real.
Yeah.
In pre-season,
was it AI thing
like
when they said he was like the man in the kebab shop though?
Yes, that's what he looked like. Special price for you, my friend. That's what it looks like he was doing. And he wasn't now.
Nah, Dev, chill. Nah,
bro,
Dev,
now man
Dev.
looks like he's going to steal my girl. I'm like, all right,
Dev.
Oh my god.
Dev,
he's in good shape.
Dev can get that one off. Dev can get
but
that
hold
one
on,
off.
because
Dev can get that one off. Like, we
I
couldn't
can
do
say
that.
bro.
We
my
couldn't
family
do
on the
that
corner
one.
shops in
We
London, bro.
couldn't
It's
do
fine.
that one.
But like,
because you had Cruz and Modric pointing out he was a little bit chunky that preseason. He was a little bit chunky, you know.
He'll probably he'd probably go
Joe
on.
said he was on
record
KG energy, bro. How can Show say that, bro?
Who said that?
Show, bro. Show. You know.
Wait. No, I thought that picture of him that's a little bit bloated. I thought that was a fake picture, man. He didn't look like that.
No, there was more.
Man.
They done the same on Sancho as well, man.
You could have Luke Shawed it, bro. You could have
they didn't have done the inflated thing, bro.
He was not like he is now, though.
Bro.
Come on, he is not like he was now. He really wasn't. You can see it even in his face and stuff, you know. I mean, we all put weight on in different places, but you can see his face was like,
absolutely, bro.
Yeah, I'm not. He looked like he just kind of. Look, to be fair, we've had history with players who've come back overweight. I remember Wazza used to have a problem with it. What?
I just saw it.
Nah, it's the comments. The comments are just
bro. Special price to you, my friend, is so funny. Like it's not even. But someone just reminded me of it, like in the chat, and I just can't.
It's just rude. It's rude, but not rude.
No,
that's what he looked like, innit? He looked like
out of order. But I
still think I was blown up.
Amongst the banter, we have to give Cass
100%.
major credit. Like these players, and this is what I'm talking about. Playing for Man United, is I would say the quality and everything is important. But if you're not mentally ready for Man United, it will finish you. I like most of the people here will say Sancho's a talented player for sure. Anthony has talent for sure. We're now seeing that. Bro, they can't wear the red of United. You know what I mean? Even Maguire, it took Maguire years for this shit to fit. It's taken Maguire absolute years to be able to wear this shirt. It's heavy. Casemiro feels no duck to water. Bruno, duck to water. You know, Ahmad, I'm going to say, he had to develop.
Well, since he's been given his chance, it's duck to water. He just was never given a chance.
Well, he did have to go to Sunderland, and that year Sunderland did big.
And that's
really
important.
Big.
That's important. But a lot of players so when you get one that can play here and can manage, I feel like Ugarte is gonna be a duck to water type player. You forget that he's just arrived. You know, there's some, and that's why you can say about these new signings, De Ligt, Mazraoui, they don't care. They've jumped in here. They don't look uncomfortable or they shouldn't be here. They look like, we've had Mazraoui for 4 seasons. Like, you feel that way with De Ligt. It's just a fitness thing. And we need to identify players with the personality and attitude to manage this because it is difficult. The hard thing about Onana is Onana has the attitude to play for Man United. He just lacks the ability at times. Yeah. But if you want to talk about a strong mind, you can't look past Onana when it comes to some of the shit he's done this season and how he still carries himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, are you still on that, KG? Like, he's calmed down a little bit since the Leon thing. Are you still on?
Oh, I know he's still there, but I just need him. I don't want to put that energy out there. I need Onana to get us over the line. It's beyond.
You know what? I back that so highly. Like until the at home against Bilbao, until this Thursday, until next week Wednesday, wherever it is, I'm on this like, brothers. I'll pray to every kind of God there is, just to be like, please, for the love of God. Do you know why? Because I swear to you, do you know what messed me up? I had a dream like not long ago where we were in the stadium and I watched us lift the trophy. I remember it and it was vivid and I felt it and I woke up. I swear on my life that I nearly cried that it wasn't real. And if
Marcel
that
is
wasn't,
speaking through this man today.
fam, I was
missing him.
absolutely gutted. Do you know what? Tears ran down my face, man. My girlfriend was like, "Oh, what happened? Like, did you get some news?" I was like, "Nah, worse." Like, I had to tell her, like, that's what this was about. And I'm like, if we don't win that game, I swear to you, if we don't win that game, I'm like KG. I don't even want to put it out there. That's why when I said, was it like 3 weeks ago? I think Flex, you were like, "Oh, will we make it through?" And I was like, "Yeah." I don't know why, but I feel like
you did say that.
Well, we said this last week, Dev. You and I, we were, when we got asked, we both just were like, I just think we'll be fine. Like, we just got this feeling, man. We'll be fine, man.
But James, like, a lot of times you'll have like factual information with it.
Yeah.
This time, I don't have any reason. I have no reason. I just think we're gonna win it. I have no. Yeah. I won't get anywhere with that information, but I just think in my heart, I think we're gonna win it. And that's
I rate it.
I look at Onana. I'm like, all that. I know what I think about them. We'll keep that in there for next season.
Yeah, allow that. Yes,
right
leave
now,
it over there. Yeah.
Brother,
I said something that I've been really harboring, like a feeling, and I stand by it. And it's my, when you have a line, I would not forgive Amorim if we don't go through to the final. I won't be able to forgive him.
If we don't go through to the final.
If we don't go through to the final from 3-0 up.
If we mess up this thing here, I won't.
But you say it's the criminals, but you say it's the players. How can they throw that away? What do you mean?
Line.
I'm telling you, no, but the players will still be criminals, but I won't be able to look past that.
What can he do? What can he do?
What did we just say?
Listen, hear me out when I say this,
Whoa.
There'll be no excuse. Whoa. There's no whoa, guys. We talk about goodwill, the goodwill is real. We right now, this is how I look at Amorim's time since he's been here is my Nigerian uncle that came over from. He came over and he's in my room. He's been in my room, but then after he's repainted it. Then he's started to do mad stuff, and I'm like, but it's my room though. Like we've lost so many games, bro. So you see now, I've said, you know what, it's okay because maybe uncle's promised me he's gonna give me this, and this. You are not allowed. Nobody, the players, Amorim, the coaching staff, the board, nobody's allowed to turn over 3-0 at home. It is that's when you say that's my limit. That's my line.
They all have to go.
That is my line, bro. 3-0 at home. That means you, man, did not score one. I'm not having it. I don't care. I don't want to. I'm letting you lot know that is my line. I know it. When you say things to yourself, I won't forgive anybody because this season's been a shocker. We are not allowed to be at home 3-0 up and mess that up.
I can't.
Fuck everybody. I swear. And you can say raw. You can say however you feel. Everyone has their thing. They say that's my red line. That's mine.
KG, fine, right? I have no problem with that. What you just said was that we're not going to put this stuff into the universe, and what you've just done.
No, because I had to tell you, I've got a line.
Brother,
I had to tell you,
know that there's brother. That's the line that you don't talk about. That's just you just know that there's a line.
No. Sometimes I gotta let you lot know where my head's at. I can't hide my emotion. I told you about my dream. It's not happening. I'm not saying it's happening. I'm letting you know. Don't be surprised if you saw me say after that moment, because everyone has their things in it. We are right now in the worst case of our lives. Like, look at the games that we play, bro. We're actually shit, Like, I know, like we're getting through and we're papering over.
Well, you only just realized that now, though.
No, I know that. I know that, but I've been accepting of that because guess what? I have this little carrot in front of me. Now, Man United have put themselves into the best situation for themselves, and I believe in this manager. I just won't be able to get over that. That's Doc Rivers. If you watch basketball, you are not allowed. You're not allowed at home. Fuck off.
Wait, go on.
I get the emotional aspect of it, but
do you know what? Like, that's what happens when you're vulnerable on this channel. I thought I'd just open up, tell them about my dream, and we'd be like, "Oh, Deb, that was a nice dream. I hope it happens." My guy has to just do juju on my whole parade. But I think, if we didn't win, if it wasn't so convincing, like in terms of a scoreline at Bilbao, like I'd be like, oh, something could happen, something this. But I'm kind of with KG. Like at this point, we have to win we just have to win the Europa League. There's no.
So what if we don't win it? Then is KG still going to be?
I didn't say that. I said,
I know. I'm asking.
No, I know.
But if we don't win it, though. Like, is that? Would you still be
Flex,
over
what did
your
I
line
just...
then?
Flex, we don't...
No, because we're gonna win it. No, we're gonna win it. I've said
No,
a
don't
million
ask
times
me
we're
the
gonna win it. No, I'm asking KG because he was
okay.
like, obviously, yeah, because he was saying like,
No, I know it.
he'll be
I
Amorim out
believe
if
we're
we
going to
don't
win
make the
it.
final.
But this game here, Bilbao is not done, right? But then, like, we're sitting here as fans, like, we got one leg in the final. We can't say we're in the final, but I liked how the manager was sounding. He's like, yeah, job's not done.
First 20
he
minutes
rested players. He spoke correctly. And I said, you know what, Mr. Manager, I love the fact that you sound like that. Job's not 100%. Done. Kobe energy. Yeah? Now get to the final. Let the final take care of itself. But again, we've done some mad things in Europe before. I'm saying we've just done some mad things this season. Yeah. And it's been hard on Man United fans everywhere. Now, I didn't know. I just, you know, when you just have these moments of, raw, that's my red line. And if it hit me, so I said, you know what, say it. I'm going to say what I feel. You know what I mean? And I knew that's like, wait a minute. Oh shit. That's my red line. I have to tell them. And no one could be surprised. By, oh, KG, why?
No, if we listen, in all honesty, I hear you. From 3 zip up, and now we got to play at yard, No. We must. I don't even care.
Why does there need to be a red line, though? But why does there need to be a red line? Because wouldn't that just indicate that's just the reality of how bad this team is? No, I know exactly. Like, but why does there have to be a line? Like, what are we gonna? If that happens, will we actually learn anything new about this team? Or is it the same players doing the same shit as ever that results in that kind of thing happening?
No.
What are we learning?
You're forgetting the criminals, KG.
It won't be a player thing.
You're forgetting the criminals. Coventry, bro. We saw it. 3-0 up. Championship, bro. Pens.
Them criminals.
They showed you.
Listen, I'm not accept. Even I won't accept it.
I knew someone would say the C word as well. I knew it was
true though. But KG, KG,
it's the same guys.
KG, when you tell me, when I've told you before about certain things, the games, and you're like the players, you know, the criminality, like you're supposed to. I know it was when we played Wigan. I'm not saying Bilbao or Wigan, but your thing around that was like, you can't blame Ten Hag if they don't beat them or whatever it was. You can't do that. The players are thing. Surely, if we lose 3-0 or 4-0, and like someone said, oh, Nana done a madness. Someone gave away a stupid like,
3 madnesses,
well,
and no one responded.
Four madnesses.
4 madnesses, and no one responded. Everyone's got to burn it down. You see when he said burn it down? Hey, Flex, remember when he said rip it up? Remember that when we went into it?
I've said it for less than this. I've said it for less, 100%.
KG, rip it up. You said, what, Bruno? What'd you call it? He goes, whatever rip it up means to you right now, rip it up.
That was the one. Whatever your interpretation is, it's that. That's what I did.
Bro,
100%.
And I don't care. Listen, don't get twisted. We can Coventry it, and still get... The key is get
there
to the final.
So, but...
No,
but
that's my thing.
But
get through to the final.
If we gone to Bilbao and got a draw, which we were all hoping for, and then come home and lose 1-0, would you feel the same?
That's different. No, it's the
about getting through.
3 zip. We are 3 zip up. Yeah. If my team, was ever to be stupid enough to mess that up, oh my god.
And do you know what? What actually? But KG, do you know what actually angers me though? One, you put that into the universe, which is annoying. I just want to talk to you about my dream. You shout.
Sorry.
The second one is, everything you're saying is actually very plausible. I had this conversation with my dad. I was like, if see, now look what you got me doing, KG. You don't imagine if there's one goal. What I'm saying is, all I want to see in this game, shore it up for 20 minutes. Don't do nothing stupid. That's it. But this team is very capable of doing something stupid. If in the first 20 minutes we let our crowd sing, we shut them up, we make it a boring ass game, then good. We're fine. It's the first 15 to 20 minutes that will decide the whole game. This
team was 2-0. This team was 2-0 up against Sevilla at home.
We're winning Europa.
This team was 2-0 up against Sevilla at home. And they conceded 5 straight goals after that in the Europa League.
So this is why. So when people say it won't happen,
you wanted Ten Hag to stay after that very strongly, and he lost to Liverpool 7-0 right around the same time.
You see, hey, guess
why
what?
is there a red line?
Wait,
hold
on.
Why is there gonna be a red line? I don't get it.
Ten Hag. Wait, hold on, guys.
I nearly forgot that Sevilla one.
No, because you lot said let this not paper over the season. We come on this show. Can we tell the truth here, or do we defender.
Brother, at this
Talk
point,
the
no.
truth.
At this point, give me as much paper as is humanly freaking possible.
Paper over the cracks.
The
No,
cracks,
we're supposed to tell the truth on these shows.
No,
You
the
want me
cracks
to
are always
come
going
to
to be
work
there.
and lie to you lot? I'm telling you how I feel now.
Fam, no, the cracks are there. We know what the cracks are. What I'm saying is now we need to be united and say that as a fan base that we believe that we can win, because that will filter to the stadium, that will filter to
It's
the
not,
intangibles
no, but
of
because
everything.
people can't
Don't
even
let
see
this
the
go
levels
online.
of stuff.
It is online.
Guys, I'm positive. Don't get twisted. I'm a positive guy, and I believe we'll get through. You saw what I was saying on the day.
Yeah.
I also know that this team are a funny team. They do mad things sometimes. I'm letting you know, no mad things, no bozo gene of not getting to the final will be accepted.
Yeah.
And I don't even like, and me bringing it up and saying, you guys saying, well, where is that coming from? I'm saying, well, we've all been watching, guys. So we know that they're a team that can be winning a game and do foolishness. Now, I don't believe that is going to happen, but I'm letting you be aware of, guys, guess what? I do have a red line. Now, when you talk about, talk about we've allowed this under Ten Hag, what we have to realize though is at least even with Ten Hag, yeah, where we are right now under this manager is mental. Like, it's not even normal mental. It is mental. And if someone asks you, why are you backing the manager? There's no truthful answer you can give other than I want to be loyal.
But who was the manager to start this season? Was it Ruben Amorim? Who was the manager who presided over last summer?
No, Ten Hag exhausted his thing, but it wasn't. Ten Hag still started good, and then it turned to shit. We're shit, praying to go to good. Do we all understand that?
Doesn't that make sense? Didn't we start where we end? We start where we end. We ended with shit under Ten Hag, so we're starting with shit. That's just the reality. Like, we just got to accept reality. That's where we are. We're shit. That's why there's no line for me. It's just, this is who we are.
I genuinely back Ruben Amorim, and there's nothing that's like I'm giving a coping mechanism.
Why do you back him, Dev?
It's simple, man. Okay, so when Ten Hag left, it was a case of we needed certain fundamentals from the manager coming in that we have seen. We wanted a star, we wanted someone headstrong, we wanted better business, we wanted all that sort of stuff. But what people failed to recognize is just how bad things had gotten, to the point where when you start fixing things, it's like when you go to any operation. You go in for the first hour or so into a leg operation, you think the leg looks worse than when you didn't cut into it. But it's cut into it, it's blood spewing. Oh, what's going on? No, you're getting to the root of the problem. What he's done is think of the players who's already left with Amorim. Like Rashford's gone, like Anthony's gone, like a lot of big names have had to either come and prove themselves or everything. But he's had maybe 5 or 6 things to deal with at the same time. And you know what? He's faced every single problem head on. Culture, finances, like the academy, like trying to get some semblance of form in Europe. Like, he's doing all of that at the same time. Every other manager we've had has either gone for one or hasn't been given the backing or the license from the board to do any of the others. So he's doing every single one of them. And I keep saying this every single time. When this system works, and I'm not saying we're going to all of a sudden go from 15th to 1st. Of course we're not. But once you get certain players to fit the roles that he needs, like every manager is needed. Pep needed it. Klopp needed it. Arteta's needed it. Everyone's needed it. But they didn't have to start from as bad a point as where we've started. That's just the reality of where we are.
Wait. We're all aware, yeah, that our manager's won, and I'm with him, yeah, but he's won 6 Premier League games.
But look at the,
You're gonna say hold on, wait a minute.
He tried to win the game with Harry.
He's got 6 wins, 6 draws, 11 defeats.
But did he try to win on Sunday? Did he put a lineup to win the game on Sunday? Yes or no? I don't think so. Did he put a lineup to win the game last week? No. Did he put a lineup to win the game the previous week? No. Because that's where we are. That's the reality.
What we saying?
So James, what's your thing?
We were talking about this before, right, Flex? Before it started, we talked about Jose. And in 2017, Jose Mourinho said, we don't have the squad to play in 2 competitions, right? Ruben Amorim says we don't have the squad to play in 2 competitions. It's just the reality of it. I just know where we are. For me, there's practically nothing that reflects on Ruben Amorim for the season, and I'll tell you why. Because managers, when they come in, unless they're there to say, look, that's the team, I'm going to save you from relegation, that's the goal, they don't have that much of an effect in the season that they're in. And you can always pull the outliers and you can always get through all of that. But it just doesn't make a difference. It just doesn't make a difference. There's just nothing in this season
James,
for us, man.
But James, listen, James, in the true fashion hero EV, I hear you, yeah. It's tough, yeah. I hear that you're saying, I hear you where you like, listen, he's walked into shit, not his team, needs his players we've said aren't good. I hear you. But I have to stand by something I said earlier in the season, otherwise I'll be doing myself a disservice. And it's the word accountability. If you become a coach of any team, I hear you. Context is key. Context is key. But the A word, we have to talk about because that means that we may as well just not have a manager. That means he is the Man United manager.
But what does accountability mean, right? Accountability is being responsible for the things you're responsible for. No, what if the team's that bad? Hold on. Hold on. Wait. The guy who comes into Southampton and gets relegated, is he responsible for them being relegated?
We nearly got relegated.
No, but no, we didn't.
We haven't got 40
Hold on a
points,
second. Hold on a second. We did not nearly get relegated. Is the guy
James,
who walks into
Southampton? We still have 40 points. We still have 40 points.
Is the guy who walks into Southampton and gets relegated responsible for Southampton getting relegated? Is Kieran McKenna responsible for Ipswich getting relegated?
No, because those teams are actually because those teams are shit. No, because those teams are shit. We're not. We shouldn't be.
Guys, we have. Wait, hold on. Let me say this to everyone so you understand. Wait, hold on. Let's say this so everyone understands. And I'm not. Remember, guys, I am not Amorim out. I'm just painting the picture of what is the truth. Yeah, we have 3 games left this season, and we haven't got 40 points. We are not like in normal times. We're not safe. Just imagine, like
we wouldn't be giving up games if it was normal times. Like we're giving up games though. Like we're giving games up every single week and saying we're not even trying to win.
Okay, cool. Because you can't actually speak openly and honestly here and be told that you can't. You can't.
Would you? Wait.
No, you can't. Because if you say
you're not talking,
if you talk like this, you're immediately thinking is Amorim out. Yeah.
No.
You're immediately positioned as you're Amorim out.
No, you're not. No one's saying that, KG.
No one's saying that.
We're genuinely. I'm looking at the chat.
We're not. Don't let the chat bait you, bro.
It's not a safe space. No, it's not a safe space.
This is a safe space.
Look at us,
bro. Even when I told you, look, my red line.
Look at what happened.
Wait. When I told you, look, my red line, you said, why'd you say that? And I said, what? I can't tell you.
No, the only reason we did that. No, the only reason we did that. The only reason that it was like, oh, what? Is just because I didn't expect it. Just took a turn. Because when you're actually saying it, I'll be honest. When you're explaining why, I hear you. Oh, you're right. Like there has to be a cut where you're like, if you do that without replying, don't. I hear you because that's accountability. I've been talking about. I hear you on that. I hear you. I agree.
Everything.
I didn't expect it.
Yes, everything. I'm letting you lot know. We are, maybe I am probably ahead of time when I say these things, right? But everything will be looked at differently if we don't win the Europa. I promise you lot. Every game, every assessment this summer would be one of the longest summers we've all experienced in our lives. If we don't lift that Europa League, I swear we're going.
But isn't the plan still the same, KG? Can I ask you this? This is where I would bring in a bit of what James is saying, because for me. Whether he wins the Europa League or not, the plan still remains the same.
It means
like because like I said, if we're 14th or 15th by October, even if we'd won the Europa League, Ruben, see you later.
That's what happened last season.
You know what I mean? Yeah, Ruben, see you later. So it doesn't really like you're saying the Europa League obviously changes everything, which that's the bit I want to get back. Like 100 million, getting new player, different. It pushes us forward a couple of years, 100%. But if we do or don't win it, what we've just witnessed in the league, that can't ever happen. Whoever's head that happens on, they're gone, bro. Yeah. They're gone.
That's my point. Agreed too. Like it's not like anybody's sitting here saying we come August, September, we're losing 75% of our games. It's okay now. It's not. But it doesn't. Whether we win, whether we lose, it doesn't change what we already know. We've already watched all these games. We've already had this season. That's why it's like. That's already happened. We've been through it.
You get some lead, but what happens is a cup will give anyone leeway. With a cup, we could even go into pre-season and get 1 win, 2 losses and the rest draws, and we'll accept it.
No, I've learned from the Ten Hag thing.
I'm saying in pre-season. That's what we probably would. If we did that in Europe, I'm telling you that good feeling.
No, pre-season is pre-season, bro. Pre-season.
Yeah, but I'm saying if we don't, you're gonna have that in the back of your mind. You're not gonna forget last season, and these will just be added on games. Is what I'm saying. It's just natural. Like, we watched the journey of the United fans and stuff. Look how we acted when Dorgu just started. We said we needed 7 more Dorgus, yeah? Then we went into the game saying Dorgu's a total crackhead. Why is he playing? Get Amas on.
I still want
Bro,
Dorgu.
in seconds. Like, the shit.
I still like Dorgu. I don't we can't accept that shift, you know?
Let me get these super chats out before we wrap up. Dwayne says, I still got beef with Erik ten Hag not getting a bagsman. And Dwayne says, would you sell Manu for Wharton?
No.
Well, they're 2 different roles, isn't it? 2 different roles, mate. Wharton's wicked at that deeper role. Cobby's wicked in the tin. So, no, I'm keeping Cobby. I'm keeping Cobby. Wharton's sick, though. I'm keeping Cobby. Lil Yo-Yo says Ten Hag is a criminal of the highest order. James hates Ten Hag, right?
I love it.
James hates Ten Hag.
I love man. Oh my god.
I really like
What, still now, KG?
No,
but you see the point. We kept him.
I loved him.
We wanted to keep him off
of
of 1 game, and look what happens. That's why you can't have a red line.
I've learned.
Win or lose the FA Cup final. What? Who cares? It meant nothing. It changed nothing. We were the same team afterwards.
There's a man saying, "I'm telling you, Fleck." Says WJ Barrett. LifeX Time says, club got battered yesterday, and those folk happy and laughing their heads off at this club. And these folks, sorry, are happy and laughing their heads off. This club is cooked. Dwayne says, keep Cass and give him a smaller contract. We need experienced players, especially if they get that Champions League. If he can stay match fit, we can solve that midfield next summer. We can focus on the attack and goalkeeper. WJ Barrett says, we win this, we get through and beat Spurs. No Maddison and his jinky. Big loss, and they may fall to Bodo. Yeah. I've had the dream too, Dev. No tears. Okay. Semex Football says, Ruben Amorim not at fault if we concede 4 because of idiot players. KG, you got to look at the criminals. It wouldn't be Amorim's fault. 4 without reply. Dwayne says, yeah, no, he's not having that. He's not. No, but KG, we got to be careful. I've got to push back there, KG. We've got to be careful with that because we're saying there's nothing on the manager. If you're Man United manager,
you know he's going to.
Owen's not having that. I tell you for free, Owen's not having that at all. Dwayne says, KG back Erik ten Hag after a 7-0, 6-3, 4-0, multiple 3-0s. Where's your red line, mate? Where was your red line then, mate? Where's your fucking red line, mate? Why have you only... Wait, Dwayne's applying fucking pressure, mate. Where's your fucking red line then, mate?
We ain't fighting for 40 fucking points, mate. We're still fighting for
30. Mate, we got embarrassed by our biggest rivals, mate. He's still behind him, mate. Where's the fucking red line?
We need 40 points, Flex. We might not get 40 points. We might end the season without 40 points.
Are we going to get a 40-point trophy? Is that going in the cabinet?
Lil Yo-Yo says, I need a gold Europa League trophy. We will do it 100%. Invincibles in Europe, bro, if we win this thing. Ficky, I'm just going to say. There they go again. No matter what happens, the manager has no plot to pay in it, all right? Already creating preemptive excuses for the manager, James. You're just giving him excuses, Dev. You guys are the problem. Timo says, KG war cry to war crime.
Now, I'll back the boys. I know we're gonna do it. I'm just told you.
Sounds like you a bit of doubt there, mate. Sounds like you think we might lose 4-0.
Normally, in your days towards a final, days towards the thing, this is correct. This is the normal cycle.
KG, you said you're saving all positivity. You just got
I'm telling you, when it gets to Thursday, I'm not having it. I'm on the normal cycle. I'm probably in the right space that I'm meant to be right now. I think I'm teetering to where I need to be. I'll be perfect on the day.
Kishan says, so KG, if Amorim has no excuse, does that mean Bruno can be sold and cussed if we don't make the final? Your measured ways have ended.
Bro, no, Flex. I know you understand Flex.
I'm reading this.
Sorry, bro.
Kishan said this.
I can't help it, me. Bro. I react.
Why are you asking me, bro?
I'm sorry, bro. I'm letting you know.
I never wrote that.
Right now, I'm in my emotional era, bro.
KG, can I say something? Because I know you well, bro. We all know you well. Here's what's happening. Here's what's happening, bro. Basically, yeah.
I'm terrified.
What's happening? Of course, that's what's going on. You're thinking of Spurs, final, X, like all the stuff. You're thinking of a lot of stuff, and that is the truth, yeah. You're just in your feelings right now.
I'm so close. I can't lose it now. I can't lose now. I'm too close to the end. I cannot firm a loss now, bro.
I know. I hear you. It's gonna be all right, bro. We're gonna be fine, bro.
We're all gonna hug after the final. It's gonna come.
100%. Vicky says, "Geez, be honest. We have been so bad under Amorim. There's no way any of you thought we'd finish 15th plus under Amorim. Stop gaslighting us. No, I did not think we'll finish 15th plus. I did not. Absolutely. You're right. Dwayne says, what the hell? We will be in the UCL. Bro, that's what I'm saying. Calm down. SD says, once we win the Europa League, the media meltdown will be epic. Flexing KG, make sure to celebrate and make it unbearable to others. Oh, absolutely.
I've planned what we're going to do.
Okay. Keep it in. We'll talk. Just don't. Yeah. Radius says Evil Owen is right.
This racism, not close to, man. This is incredible.
No, that's racism. That is racism. Racism, bro. That's crazy.
It is just white. It is because if they said that you was basically Marcel or like Dev was Cam, like it's racism. Like, you can't just do that. You can't just do that, man.
Evil Owen is crazy. I think it's funny though. So there might be.
It is funny though. It is funny though.
Owen's alter ego. Like, but he's agreeing with you though. Radius is. He's saying.
Oh, right. I know. That's what makes it okay. He's not criticizing me, so it's okay.
Not too bad because he's on your side. Super Art says, "Why 40? The Premier League is over. Scouse has won. No point. It's just just self-respect in it." Big Game Player says, KG, John Morgan was correct. You need to show some humility on his name. Track back, KG.
No.
Oh, what did you do to John Morgan?
Wow. John Morgan's chatting shit. John Morgan said we had no chance to get Bilbao. And then he was totally wrong.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. And runner number one, KG forgot Amorim was given an ultimatum to join. Not his fault, mate. Now or never, mate. You said you like Zirkzee because he wants to be here. Shows passion. Ruben walked out of multiple wins in a row. Hadn't lost a game all season. Wants to be here, mate. Why are you not giving him the same thing, mate? Why are you giving him a red line?
Beat City in the Champions League right before he joined.
Beat City in the Champions League before he came, mate.
Again with us.
I'm not going to do it with you, lot. I'm not going to do it. I told you.
Your red line's not consistent, mate. WJ Barrett says, off topic. I've just been chuckling to myself, and I hear you. It's such a statement of fact saying I'm using it every day to my wife, and she looks at me. She's gonna side eye.
Oh my God.
We need merch. Big show coming.
This is a therapy session.
I hear you special, man.
Oh my God.
I hear you. Oh, we need that.
Use that. Yeah, use that when you miss it. Just that's it.
Good luck. Good luck.
A little TM on that. That's
good luck. Oh my God.
You know what it needs to be? It needs to be listen in short, and then on the back, I hear you. Like down to the bottom.
We'll get Josh on it. You lot have arts for it. The merch is out, so we could do what we want to do. Big Boy Blue says Chelsea won the Europa undefeated in 2019. Don't care, mate. It's 2025 now, mate. Yeah, we're united, mate. Yeah, Kishan says KG always accuses Flex for not being ready for a rebuild. Looks like it's KG that's not ready. Well,
but you're wrong.
Speaking out both sides of your mouth, KG. And Kelvin says next season should be top 10 plus the Carabao Cup. Setting unrealistic expectations is done. We sacked Ollie because of title race obsession when he was building. So there you go.
I don't know if Ollie was building. He's tried to say that he would have kept Fred and McTominay, fam. I said,
he's also saying the man that made checked in with him apart from Lindy and Maguire, innit?
Oh, he's talking too much now, Ollie. Like, you left when everyone was loving you. Now you're talking too much.
He said they're the only ones I've heard of. I've heard from Lindo.
Fred and McTominay.
Yeah, he's just heard from Lindo. Well, current players that are here. He's just heard from Lindo and Harry.
Why would you hear from what's all them supposed to chat to Jose and Louis and all that? Oh, these are dumb, man. I love Ollie. Man, you were jobless for 2.5 years. Chill. Like, just relax, man. Jeez.
Bro, is that how you cheat in the club legends, Dev, man?
No, I love him.
Club legend, mate.
You know what?
Have some respect, mate. Have some respect, Dev, mate. Where's your red line?
Where's your red line, Dev?
Oh, my red line is rude. Anyone chat shit about rude? About this Leicester thing? I can't. I'm blaming the whole
He's
team.
at fault for their relegation, Rude. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, that's what KG was saying.
It's Rude's
not
fault.
Team Cooper, not anything.
He got
else.
them relegated. He's got that on his CV. He can never get a job again.
James is being passive aggressive.
No, I'm being aggressive.
James.
Aggressive.
Everybody's red lines showing now, isn't it?
Aggressive.
Everybody's red lines showing right now, isn't it?
Last super chat. Joe says, before I hear you, Merch, I need balling.
Impossible. It's getting on my channel.
There you go. Yeah, that is an official KG trademark, to be fair. He gets to decide where that goes. That balling is a KG special, so look out for that.
I told the graphic designer, you better make that, you cheat.
Balling. Imagine someone wearing a balling t-shirt and someone
It's
going,
funny,
"Oh, your t-shirt, bro. Where's that from?" Like, I don't know. I watched this YouTuber, and basically, when someone crosses the ball, he just goes balling.
I've been saying that for so long. Away. Oh shit, I gotta go talk about boxing.
Yeah, big show, man. Big show. Big up to everybody. Check out the Muppeteers. Check out all the dev socials. Check out KG Record Sports. Check out the Football Flex. And of course, make sure you subscribe to United View. Big show, big energy. We're out of here, guys. Smash a like on the way out. Peace.